What up, y'all? Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Savage Armor General Giraffe. Welcome to another episode of The Dark Device. Alright, so I was originally going to plan to do this next week, but because Bushiroad is releasing these at a very rapid rate, I decided I have to do this now. I'll definitely come out with my opinions on the ban list tomorrow for premium format, but yeah. I'm gonna decide to come this out to this tomorrow. Today we're gonna be talking about if we're getting a reverse or not. Originally, this was going to be which card was going to get reversed, but because after Great Nature is turning out that despite that they have Leopold reverse, they're not getting a reverse unit. Instead, they're getting that Polar Bear, which I don't remember exactly what his name is, but I do know why they did it. And the only thing I can say is, man, as a Great Nature player, I'm a little bit mad, but we're getting Coilbill Duckling back, so that's like kind of sort of like the payoff for it. I'm all like, yo, we getting my boy Coilbill Duckling again. But anyway, it's a possibility that Mega Colony also might not get a reverse form. Now, when that particular case happens, I do have a card that I do feel like will actually come up. So, overall, I have two possibilities of cards that will get reversed and one possibility of a card that will show up if we do not get reversed. Alright, so with that being said, let's start out with the reverses. So the first one might be a little bit biased, but I will have to say Evil Armor General Giraffe. The reason why I feel like Evil Armor General Giraffe will get a reverse card is looking at Spike Brothers. One of my friends did point this out to me, that Dudley Emperor was the last support that Spike Brothers gotten, and that was their choice of reverse card. Keep in mind that Spike Brothers never got a reverse card back in the Link Joker era, the OG version of Vanguard. So they didn't get one, but now that they did, it turns out to be Dudley Emperor. And now that kind of brings the question, well, are we also going to get more units that came out in Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2 to actually get a reverse unit? I will honestly have to say that that will be a strong possibility, which means that we will have more Giraffe support, which I'm 100% all up for. I think the only thing that I will be questioning will be our grade 1, because we do get Evil Armor General Giraffe reverse. Obviously the grade 2 is going to be A rank Giraffe, like the one that you ditch it to search for for a pupa. However, outside of the other grade 2, outside of Sand Giraffe, we only have two other Giraffe. No, we have 3 Giraffe support cards. There was I cannot remember exactly what his name was, but it was a grade 2 that came out a while back that loses attack ability if you didn't have a Giraffe in his card name on your Vanguard circle. I forgot exactly what that grade 2 is. I'm putting it up on the screen right now. And then we also have Tigreal. I think I'm saying his name correctly. He was the grade 1 that on your opponent's stand phase, if they had a resting unit, you look at the top 5 cards and search for a Giraffe, which would be pretty understandable. And then of course we have the grade 4, we have the Stride that was Giraffe based too, but I highly doubt he would ever show up in the V series, but we can only hope so, or at least he gets a second form whenever we get more Strides. But if that was the case, more likely Tigreal will probably be like the grade 1. We'll probably get A rank Giraffe as the grade 2, and then of course we'll have Giraffe reverse. But I'll definitely like to see how Bushiroad actually does all that. Not to mention that this will further the support that Giraffe currently has, and we can make him a more Giraffe based deck, which will be actually pretty good, because that would mean that Giraffa can not only stay on his own, but it can also help out with a lot of the stuff that Mega Colony is missing for like a perfect archetype. So I'm definitely up. I'm especially me since I'm Savage Armor Jones Rafa. Since I'm that, I would definitely be 100% down for this. However, my second choice is, in my personal opinion, the most accurate of the three. And I have evidence to back it up. I feel like that our reverse unit is going to be machining Spark Hercules. Now, here's the reason why I feel like it's machining Spark Hercules, and here's the evidence I have for it. Exhibit A. Bushiroad likes to put promos in their reprints. If a promo did not show up in English, more likely is going to show up in this set. For a prime example, we had Clan Selection. Volume 1 and Volume 2, and we also have Clan Collection Volume 1 and Volume 2. Both had promo cards that didn't show up in English, that is eventually showing up in those particular sets. So it would make sense that they would do this. Why? Because we still haven't gotten Black Saturn. We still haven't gotten Black Saturn in English. To be honest, they could have put Black Saturn in the Revival Collection for the 7 Mega Colony cards, because they did say that they were going to release some cards that didn't get released before, and they did. For a prime example, we finally got the G Guardian from Great Nature. We finally got another prime example is what is it called? The Turnabout or the Roundabout Dragonic Overlord. We also got that for a prime example. So I mean, we got like all of those, and then there's like a couple of other cards here and there. I think it was like a Gear Chronicle one as well. But we could have got it in there, but they turned out that they didn't. So more likely he's going to show up in this set. And if anything that Bushiroad likes to do with their reprints as well, is it also has to do something with the main Grade 3. Look at Venom Stinger. One of the reprint cards was Butterfly Officer that put stuff in the soul, and then you also have Stealth Multipede, which definitely needs a reprint, but it also has to do with something to putting stuff into the soul, putting itself into the soul. And then guess what Venom Stinger did? One of its requirements is putting the card into the soul. Not to mention you have like High Class Moth and everything else like that. But then look at the Giraffe support, where we have both Clear Breeze and Megalar Lancer. Megalar Lancer puts something into the soul that kind of replicates what Giraffe does, where he puts something into the soul prior to using his effect as an effect cost. And then you also have Clear Breeze. Now this will be kind of sort of a stretch, but you can think about it as looking at Pupa Giraffe. Where Pupa, like when he's placed on the Vanguard Circle, you discard a card and you search for a Giraffe with the exact same grade. I mean, you can do the exact same thing with, well, not the exact same thing with Clear Breeze, but Clear Breeze does have a thing where you can discard a card when it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, and you get to draw a card. You also get to put a Cradle marker if that card was a Grade 3. Now, and again, they both have to do with Evil Armor and Pupa, so I can definitely see that. Seeing that Black Saturn's effect is obviously very close to Spark Hercules' effect, not to mention it is a machining card, I could definitely see that. Now, what will be the Grade 2 and the Grade 1 that will also show up for Spark Hercules? Well, I can definitely say that if anything to fit the theme more, I would have to say that it will be Red Soldier and Black Soldier. Black Soldier being the Grade 1, but Red Soldier being the Grade 2, and then you obviously have like reverse Spark Hercules. So I can definitely see it like that. So Giraffe as the choice that I want, but Spark Hercules for the main choice. But what about the card that we get if it's not reverse? The only choice that I can see them making is actually making Master Beetle. Here's the reason. Master Beetle is long overdue for support. Then you also have the fact that Master Beetle came out around that same time in between Gen 2 and Gen 3 of the original series of Vanguard. He was one of our only limit break units that came out around the time. Plus, he is when you think of like grade 3s, if I was to put like, let's say, a Mount Rushmore of grade 3s when it comes to Mega Colony, I would have to say you will put Master Beetle in there, you'll put Giraffe in there, you'll put Warsicle in there, and you'll probably put another machining unit in there, which will probably be between Stag Beetle and Tarantula Mark II. More likely, I would probably go for Stag Beetle, but that's just me. I'm sorry, Ant Lion. I'm sorry, Hill Spider. I know you kind of deserve to be on there in the OG era of Mount Rushmores, but I can definitely see them being up there. But anyway, so I can definitely see Master Beetle being up there. Plus, he does have sleeves, so that's another plus to be putting up there. But let's talk about what would be the grade 2 and the grade 1 that would be there. I would say it has to be something that comes from that same set, which would be the Cavalry set. And for theme purposes, I would have to say the Toxic Trooper and the Toxic Soldier. Yeah, I would say Toxic Trooper and Toxic Soldier as the grade 2 and the grade 1, most definitely. But that's just me. So yeah, overall, if we don't get a reverse unit, Master Beetle. If we do get a reverse unit, it's between Evil Armored General Giraffe and Spark Hercules. But anyway, that's all for right now. Thank you everybody for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my reaction to the prediction list and whatnot. But for now, my name is Mr. Zoo Nation, aka Salvage Armored General Giraffe, signing out.